Surrey collapse under Essex pressure. Another great day for Essex in the divisional stage of the LV County Championship came with the welcome sight of Alistair Cook playing his way to 140 unbeaten, almost 3 years to the day that he bowed out of the international arena on this very ground. He was ably assisted by Dan Lawrence. They finished the day one shy of 300. And it didn't take them long to tick over to 300, but with so many wickets left in hand, surely that was just the start of their morning session goals. Cook and Porter ploughed on, the night watchman with licence to go on a bit of a charge, and he did so effectively. The former England captain, though, was typically more reticent in his approach, but another trademark shot for 4 took him to 150 runs, scored off 304 balls. Another Porter boundary took the value of the partnership to 50 off 89. Surrey once again struggling to make inroads. But that's just when they struck. Porter out for 30, caught behind off a short Ricky Clark delivery. Paul Walter responded by sending Clark to the ropes to bring up the 350. And the pair started to look to 400 as their next goal and traded boundaries en route. But Cook wouldn't be able to get there. His innings over to the left arm spin of Moriarty, caught behind for 165. Wheater looked in good touch when he joined Walter, and before long the pair had played their way to 400. Another big milestone for Essex. Walter, though, went just before lunch. Pope, quick to react to the deflection off Tattersall, lunch taken with the wicket, the score now 415 for 6. Harmer was next out, LBW to Topley shortly after the break, and Surrey finally had some momentum. Wheater, next to go, bowled by Topley, looking to leave the delivery. Nijar followed, well held by Tattersall off James Taylor. And Taylor had the final wicket in his next over. Cook out LBW for a duck, Essex all out for a huge 439. The tone had been set early on day one by Sir Alistair Cook with his 100. He eventually finished with 165. He'd given the middle order licence, Dan Lauren the most effective with 78, but some important contributions too from Porter, Walter and Wheater. Essex on top, Surrey forced to use 8 bowlers. And it would be a horror start to Surrey's innings. Steele out for a duck to Porter in the first over, and there was still no score on the board when Patel fell LBW to Cook 2 balls later. Pope and Amler at least had them on double figures, but the England international couldn't do much more. Out caught behind off Porter for 5. Jacks was the new man in and got his eye in early on with boundaries off Porter, and then Harmer to take Surrey into a much needed tea break at 38 for 3. Amler struck a couple of valuable boundaries upon the resumption of play, dragging the total past 50. But just a few balls later, Jacks was struck hard on the pads by Snater. The umpire raised his finger, the Surrey man gone for 11. Amler continued to push on, and things had started to look positive for Surrey when Clark came dancing down the wicket and smashed Harmer for 6. He tried it again, only to depart stumped for 12. Jordan Clark could only add 5 before he was snaffled by Wheater off the bowling of Cook. But while all around him teammates were falling, Amler remained, and his class told. Up to 50 with a single, just what Surrey needed on another difficult day. He lost another partner, Tattersall out for 4, Brown with a simply sensational grab at short leg, the score still shy of 100. They would find their way to triple figures before the close, and finish the day on 107 for 7. It does look inevitable, though, that Surrey will be following on at some time tomorrow. They'll have to rely on Amler batting with the tail to hopefully tick off as many as they can. Essex have been exceptional and deserve their position heading into day 3. The hosts, though, will be determined to hold out for as long as they can.